Hello everybody and welcome to the last day of the group stage of the ELC Legend series. It's definitely going to be extremely packed with action. Both the groups will be decided finally today, and the first match is so very important for that entire outcome. Most importantly, it's going to be Outlaws versus Legends, and yeah, that's just amazing to see. So first of all though, let's just take a look at the trailer. Yeah, so we're getting really close to what you've seen on the trailer right there, guys. So that's coming next week, the finals here in Hamburg. But, well, my name is Dominic, alongside with me is Lucas, and it's going to be Outlaws versus Legends. So why is it such an important match right here?
It is such an important match because Tricked has so far been the undisputed champions of Group A, and one of the teams that could possibly try to challenge Tricked of their spot in the top is either Legends or Outlaws.
Yeah. So we've got the groups right on our screens right now, and Tricked this far, not losing a match definitely is a perfect situation for them. But they have to play 3 matches today, and they can slip at some point, I guess. And if that happens, then Legends or Outlaws can step in. Both have lost against Trick though, so that's the problem right there that both the teams have. But of course they have to count that actually Trick makes that mistake. While on the other hand, on Group B, it's a little bit more clear there. Red Reserve already dominating it. But still, some things can happen. Still, it's going to be interesting to see all the remaining matches. Still, there are some teams that surprised us that we didn't think that we're going to look so good, and we expected definitely Vexed to win more than 0 matches.
Yeah, definitely. And 2 of the positive surprises are actually Ranks and Legends, who are one of the challengers for the spot in the finals.
Definitely. Now let's take a look at which matches we're going to get to see right here on the stream today and what is going to be played overall. It's Outlaws versus Legends that we're kicking off with. There's no questions about that. No other match being played even at the same time. Then we're continuing with Tricked versus Planet Key. Later on is going to be Playing Ducks versus Rank S. And the last match, we are going to decide on the fly the most important to the group's outcomes. That's going to be what we're streaming. And definitely, I'm very happy with Tricked being the second streamed match, because these guys can still change the most right here, I think. At least the Danes, they decide what happens in Group A.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely up to them. We know that they really have what it takes to win the group, but now their consistency, well, they'll have to prove that they are.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, right off the bat, we can decide Tricked won against the most promising teams in their group. So sure, they should be the ones that take the first place. But then imagine them having a bad day now and losing 3 matches in a row. And where's Tricked then? They cannot really do much. So yeah, they're going to have to give their best. But most importantly, Outlaws versus Legends is what we're seeing right here. So let's take a look at the squad of Outlaws. These guys, we've been expecting a little bit from them in the very beginning, but that disappointing 0-16 loss against Tricked is what well, like completely broke it. So who should we be looking for right here on that team to perform the best?
Definitely Cirque. We've been counting on him since their first game in the tournament. He hasn't really been performing too good, but they've of course played other games outside this tournament in the past days, and he has actually performed very, very well. So if he can bring this on to this game, I feel like Outlaws can come out on top of Legends if Cirque performs as good as he can.
Yeah, that definitely is the thing. He's holding on to that good rating every single time they're playing. Some of the other players on the team might not perform, but they sometimes have also these spikes where they completely improve and they perform like never before. So that could happen today just as well. This is the day to be on fire for them, surely. Now, on the other side, it's Legends, the team that's qualified into this tournament. They've not been invited even. They qualified through the first qualifier, and it's just really interesting to see them right here. These guys have stepped up much, and well, they had to replace Ducky with Tazin actually to play in this tournament as Ducky. We all know who followed that Counter-Strike scene that he's quite a suspicious person, but even without him, it's going very well. So I guess it's not really a big problem that Ducky isn't here.
Tazin is definitely filling out his shoes well, and so far, if they continue like this, they should be able to definitely put up a fight against Outlaws, though we definitely can agree on that Outlaws is the bigger and more well-known team. They're coming into this game as overdogs and Legends. They will not only have to play as good as they have, but they will also have to play even better.
Yeah, but that's not what decides who wins right here. No, the better known team or something, because the most important thing that happened, I think, in this group, like Legends winning against eSudma, all right, that can happen, like some kind of an upset. Nobody really knows how they match up with each other. But then you take a look at that Legends versus Planet Key match, and a lot of people got frustrated, like Planet Key is a little more known German team. Legends comes out of nowhere and they beat Planet Key. So actually people who are interested in the German scene, they know what it looks like. They know what it actually means. And it means that that Legends are actually a solid team and they can actually fight. Maybe here, because there's still a chance, but maybe even if not here, some other teams will have to count them into the German top from now on, I think.
Yeah, they're really proven that they are here to stay. And as we mentioned before, the finals in Hamburg, it's about a week left. Next Saturday, it'll take place. And for a German team that isn't very known in the scene, to get this opportunity, I mean, it's just huge. And it's a big source of motivation for these guys.
Yeah, surely. And yeah, probably a lot of people are just keeping their fingers crossed that Legends managed to make it, but then on the other hand, it will also be interesting to get a huge like international kind of showdown in there. So Outlaws, a Tricked versus Red Reserve, that would be an amazing matchup too. And it's very interesting. Red Reserve, when they were invited as Orbit actually to this tournament. And they merged with Red Reserve. Now they are called Red Reserve, of course, right here in the tournament. And these guys are Brazilians. So I don't think, like, before we started this tournament, a lot of people expected to have Brazilians here on the venue next week. So that's definitely really interesting too. And in the meantime, in the 9th round, ACL's having a little bit of a problem as he's down to 12 HP and up against 2 people from Legends. But still, he can take out both of them with the right click. But Legends know how to play it out right, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
There was a chance. There was a big chance.
But yeah, the gap was a little too small, so he picked up the refrag, if we can call it that, even if it was on a 9th round. But yeah, they will pick up the 9th round, which means, of course, that they get to pick sides. They are, of course, going to stay.
Yeah, it seems so. They're staying on the CT side, and it is going to be the pistol right ahead of us. Lucas, right off the bat, he goes for a defuse kit and a smoke. While on the terrorist team, we've got some good grenades in there. 3 smokes, a single molly available for Patodis. So let's see how they will actually want to play it out. Right off the bat, they head more towards bomb site, be more towards the middle. So I guess that's going to be the point where they strike.
Yeah, investing in this this is Maria Tilda sacrificing 3 Kevlars. I mean, they must have something
Underpass,
in mind.
actually.
Ooh,
No.
missing that Molotov is not a good start, which allows Mao to peek, but it doesn't know them at all. Rocking just finished off the kill. Now they're going in, training connector. Good reflag there by Cirque, and then now training on towards the A site. Lucas is the only guy close. He's stuck, gets taken down. So this has now come down to 2v3 situation. Oh my god! Why do you go for that plant? Nobody was in connector. It was an easy frag for Tassin.
The smoke came through way too late from ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Now he gets to plant that bomb. He's still got a flashbang, so if he wants to support himself in that battle, it's a good idea to do so right now because they're running him down. And Brilliant is going to get that kill. Brilliant rarely makes the mistakes, and what a win for Legends. It was given to them straight into their hands by Outlaws. They made a mistake with that molly in the middle. They made a mistake with the smoke while planting the bomb. All those grenades for nothing.
Yes, so much utility, and half of it being sort of wasted. And I mean, it's not like they just threw it away, but missing that utility when he actually went for the plant, it made him feel safe. You know, he thought, okay, I'm just gonna smoke it off, but got completely surprised and took him down. And this was not a very pleasant round for Outlaws. A bad start.
Definitely a bad start is what we can call it, and that's got to be really disappointing for Outlaws because it must have felt like they already had it in their own hands. And the beginning, they missed the molly, but they managed to get an instant headshot. That's also going to boost your confidence there. Like, you made a mistake, but never mind. It didn't change anything. The outcome now, Spellin coming in from behind, but a little bit off on the timing as Kefka managed to break through to the connector after getting a kill. So it's still just a refrag from Spellin. And when Legends are getting so many frags, that refrag does not change anything. And Brilliant spots him out. They know roughly where Spellin is, though. Bringing down an M4. That's a big hit now. Killing a guy who had only a UMP-45 did not change a lot. But now Spellin is actually delivering some damage onto the Legends economy.
Yes, I mean, still up against 3 people, but really good. They are going for an eco, because they got the bomb plant down, of course, and they will be able to buy next round. And with Spellin picking up kills, could possibly even have money for an AWP. You never know. Is he going for that rifle in the end? No, he just jumps down, and he dies either way. So yeah, that's the first too easy round for Legends. But here we go. The buy round is coming in, and we'll see with Lucas and Mount holding on to their UMP and FAMAS. It looks like Outlaws are equally equipped.
Well, that's going to be an interesting round to take a look at. Also, right at the ending of that previous round, Spellin failed his jump towards Catwalk. He still would not have survived. Pototus and Surya, though, taking consecutive kills in the middle. Joey Taz will try and reply. Both of them were pretty low in health, and yeah, they are getting rid of both of them, actually, though Lucas has to help out. Takes out another in the underpass of the terrorist team. They're able to get some great entries. And just like in that pistol round, actually, they got some good entry frags. This time they also managed to take control of bomb site A. The question is, will they collapse again? They have the bomb on the back of ACL. Now Rocking just has to survive long enough for his teammate to make it here. But I think the Brilliant will want to wait for Lucas to join him too. So he's going to miss that opportunity of killing off at least one of the terrorists. Or is he going to go for it? That's a very risky move from him now. And he pays for it. Now Lucas is going to be left alone. In my opinion, that's a big mistake. Lucas could have made so much damage coming in from behind, but as he is alone, it will not be a big actually changer, or is it? Good shot through the boxes out there as ACL thought he had a good position, but he wasn't really able to take it in time. And even though he's guarded the fuse, he's still very afraid of Rocking. He was missing a lot of time jumping up there on the bin. That's an easy defuse. Rocking is just... I have no idea why he was doing this, and Lucas even finishes him off. Lucas, actually seeing the pistol round, how he struggled under the wood. I was actually about to say, yesterday he had some problems in train. He didn't actually get into the game quickly enough against Planet Key, but what we're seeing here is not the Lucas from yesterday for sure.
Oh my god, trying to jump up for the information actually falls down and fails to jump back up, and meanwhile, the full defuse.
Yeah, but it took him like more than 10 seconds right there. Had Lucas been more decisive, he would have got the round even earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
And still Rocking like didn't change his idea at all.
No, that was strange. So another round, we could call it pretty much given to Legends. Just like the pistol round, it was pretty close, but in the end, Legends came out on top. So that's a pretty That's an easy first 3-0, and with Outlaws only having pistols and Kevlars, it looks a lot like it's going to be 4-0 as well.
Yeah, Pototis also tagged through that box down to 11 HP. ACL's got a kill. He's picked up an M4 for himself, but it doesn't change so much. Yeah, right before the start of this round, I would say keep in mind what Spellen did last time. They were playing even without Kevlars with these pistols, but the Legends, they keep their distance. They don't allow Outlaws to take the middle this time or anything. So it's going to be really hard for the Tech 9s to score the headshots on that kind of long range. And they're setting themselves up for an A push with just a single flashbang and just a single incendiary. It's going to be really hard to get themselves the bomb plant. Even if just one smoke would have already given the chance. But right here, it's really hard to believe. But they're going for it.
Here we go, Kevka off. Oh, that went down quickly. Okay, we were expecting the full take, but first an HE grenade from Kevka, and then Lucas just sprayed down the last two. Pretty easy there. So with 4-0, and we see the Outlaws, they're really suffering. They haven't had enough money. Not a single player has had enough money to pick up an AWP. And without that AWP, it has so far been very hard to challenge Legends for the early mid control. We see Mao is doing a great job every time here in mid, and Cirque on an AWP, it would have been a good fight, but now it just doesn't have the money.
Yeah, but at least they hit the molly and they managed to break through. But Kefka's got such a good position. Nobody checked. Say, why would they do that? Zarya and Patotis with a single kill for each of them, though. And they are still getting the advantage. A little blunder is not going to keep them too far away from taking the round anyway. Brilliant's the last man standing, and he has been performing very well lately. But I don't think it's a chance that he can take in here. But he goes for it. I also didn't believe in Lucas last time, and he somehow figured it out for Legends. Impossible might be possible here on Mirage.
He has a smoke and a flashbang, and finding these 3 kills is not very possible. So going for the ninja, is that what he's going to do? No, he goes for the fake there. To try to...
Oh, so unlucky. Yeah. He did not expect anybody to peek at him from ramps at that point. And also, the guy coming in from Connector had a pretty good view of what was happening. So Outlaws had the idea of what's going on for the most part in here. Now they do have that AWP. Now Zarya will get to shoot somebody down, probably with a sniper rifle. We'll have to find out ourselves, as Mao does not have the AWP this time around, and there is a possibility that he might not be peeking in the middle. And indeed, they actually try to run down the middle, which turns out to be maybe even a better idea. Still a 2-for-1. This time, Outlaws, they don't have such good answers, and quick, most importantly, because their answers in the previous round were extremely quick, where Legends could not react at all.
Yes, but now that's come down to 3v3, and the pace has been slowed down. The bomb was looking to go towards B apartments there with ACL, but now actually he's heading for a rocking to accompany him. Going for the A side. Spellen getting killed there is very, very important, because now Kevka is not going anywhere. He knows there's a guy in B apartments. He's staying. Meanwhile, the A side is completely clean.
Yeah, the bomb's headed exactly there, and there's not been a single bomb plant on B this far, if we're talking about Outlaws. Most of the time they've been trying to actually go for that A, which might be read later on by Legends, but that, I think, more is forced by Spellen getting that kill and getting all the control over B, rather than an idea that they had right in the beginning of this round, maybe. One-man lead, surely favourable for them. But it's a little bit better for Legends than last time. It was a 1v3 there. And Lucas and Kefka, they still don't have a lot of HP.
Yes, and with no defuse kits, they were at the B side when the bomb went down. So the Outlaws players, they got themselves into great after-plant positions. And without too much utility to work with, one smoke, no kit, it's not going to be enough. So they head back to save these rifles. And with 2 rifles saved, even if their economy is low, will they go for the force, or will they go for the triple save? You also see a highlight of Lucas, who has been performing surprisingly well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yesterday against Planet Key, he was the guy that lacked for the most part. For like a major part of the first half, he was non-existent. He had like 0 or 1 kill. But then he started actually getting there. He started getting some kills, started getting something done for the team. But here, from just the beginning of the day, he's doing fine already. He's a top fragger right now for Legends, and that's the time that the rest maybe need, like for Brilliant to start doing what he was usually doing in this tournament. And after all, this is one of the last matches, if not the last match for Legends here, so they definitely want to perform at their 110%, and waiting with that Zeus in the connector might be a smart idea from Mao, or might be a complete failure. Now Tazin had a good position, Spellin wasn't even shooting there, but he hits the headshot somehow with mostly the recoil, I would say, as he was just falling down. What a brilliant shot, and Brilliant talking about him. He gets one on Pertotis. He also had a little bit of a chance at Seria a little bit earlier when he was boosted up on this double stack. And Kefka getting control of what's behind the terrace. What a shot from Seria. Hides in the ladder room again and pulls the trigger again. And that is why we always highlight this guy. Why we always say that he should be the man for Outlaws. Now we can finally see what he does when he's on fire.
Yes, economy was lacking slightly in the beginning, but now when this guy has his old Dragon Lore, actually Mouse old Dragon Lore, it doesn't matter what skin it is, as long as it is an orb, we can see right in the replay what this guy is capable of doing. And yeah, with early kill, okay, Kevka with his Legends on a little questionable buy, only a couple of pistols, and Kevlar trying to go for the fast plays there. Didn't work out too well, only gone in one deagle shot into Rocking. And what's going on? Everybody is going down. Tassin does have an AK in his hand, but up against 4 fully equipped Outlaws players, it's not looking too bright.
Oh, Seri is actually going for such a ballsy move right there. He did hide himself away from Tassin, but he was not waiting. He was actually instantly picking as he was able to draw the AWP. Well, fortunately enough for Tassin, he managed to fall back, but it didn't save his life for long. And there's the 4th round. There's the equalizer. Legends don't have the lead anymore, but they go for a double upset of this round. Will settle a lot if we're talking about the initial scoreline of this map in the first half. Definitely, this could be what gives the advantage to one of the teams.
Yes, and as you pointed out earlier, Outlaws have been going for a lot of A takes and A splits, so therefore they are not going for the early mid control. They don't dare risking losing Mao early in the beginning there with the AWP. So instead they are putting 3 guys over towards A. Playing one AWP ticket booth, keeping track of connector is usually a very good variation to going for mid control. So we'll see if that is a good decision for this round.
Good idea from Kefka. Outlaws have actually boosted themselves up there into the window many times. Now taking a close look at the sniper's nest, though, we still have to remember what happened in the previous round. A little bit of an accidental shot from Spellin out there to still hit it as he was already falling down, but now he's not going to make it. Kefka manages to catch Spellin as he was trying to get into the sniper's nest. 1-man lead right off the bat in favor of Legends, and they don't break their formation like it earlier happened. When Outlaws were taking middle, Legends actually started just running around the map completely. Now they just stay in their positions, and Kefka is going to be able to hit his shots. He's the man of this round now. A triple on his account already. And it seems like he's the only guy who's capable of doing something out here for Legends. But Seria, oh, he misses. That doesn't happen so often. Gets hit through the wall. And down to 22 HP. It's really risky to go up against Brilliant, especially as he's the last guy standing in here. Still, the bomb got planted, so Outlaws found a little bit of success this round. Let's take a look at that. It's not over yet. And the smoke, though, he's got to be so effective. Tassin was just waiting as he knew that Seria's got to peek through that smoke. He could not risk letting the enemies defuse the bomb in the meantime. But a quad kill for Kefka, that's a lot. And for what this round looked like, I still think that Outlaws got more than they were supposed to.
Yeah, I agree. It started out great for Legends, but when the 3 terrorists came rushing in from ramp, Legends just had a hard time putting a stop to it. It was in the end Kevka with the AWP who put up a huge individual performance. So again, they're looking for A again. No variation in no B rushes. No, they're putting up the A smokes. Right now, they actually have Mao in mid, so there's only going to be Kevka.
But what's happening with Lucas? Finally, he picks up that M4. He's forgotten it probably from the respawn. Luckily enough, no quick action on B happened, so Outlaws didn't get anything done right there. Now Kefka is not going to be able to get that quad kill, not even a single one. Area does not make a mistake, and in the meantime, the bomb got planted. Legends are in big trouble. The smokes are starting to fall down, so now's the chance to actually approach the site. Pertotis is going to go down to that grenade. Good call by Brilliant, but then still, they don't have an idea of where they can find all the remaining terrorists. One shows up in Tetris, but he wins his fight. Brilliant once again with a reply. But still, it is Outlaws who have the momentum. They're the ones who kill first. And then it's only refrags from Legends. And you know that it's never going to work out like this with the one-man advantage for Outlaws. They close it out. Having one man behind also was a great thing. He would have always cleaned it up if anything had gone wrong. 5-5 in terms of the scoreline, and Legends, they might have won that previous round, but as I said, Outlaws got way more than expected, and I already settled Legends' economy on a pretty low state. Now you can see them playing with pistols and Kevlars.
Yeah, the Legends once again, as we've seen them do before on poor buys, they've set up some pretty aggressive early positions with Kevka and Palace. Mao trying to go for something aggressive in underground, but failed, and when you push solo around the map, it usually awards you. I usually like seeing teams push in pairs at least, so you could possibly get the refrag at least. It's this going up alone against the terrorists, it's just not working out for them.
No, Pertotis is already down to get some 2 kills in the middle, and well, only one guy remains from Legends, and the one guy that usually would do the most, but today, apparently it's not Brilliance Day, or rather I would say that other people are performing a little bit better. It's not like he's completely out of his usual form, but just looking at Lucas, Kefka, what they're doing today is just amazing.
Yeah, and as you pointed out earlier, we can really see now how in a how bad of a state their economy currently is, and they'll have to go for a fully only one P250 on Brilliant. So we're expecting a massacre at Kefka once again pushing alone into Palace, and well, right now we're just waiting for the CTs to get taken out one by one. Outlaws, they're playing very slow, and they're not rushing to get the fix, they're waiting for the CTs to rush, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, that's such great patience right there from Rocking. He seemed like he had an idea that somebody pushed through, but he didn't want to peek in also. He didn't want to pick up the challenge. He was just waiting, and a lot of people would just decide to finally do something after so much time, but he waited and got rewarded in the end, and they didn't lose a single man this round. So for Outlaws, for the guys, well, I said that this one round, it was round number 9, excuse me, that was supposed to be the round that would decide the fate of this first half. It didn't at all. Legends won this round, and now we can see $10,000 on Outlaws after already buying up the rifles. It's just huge.
This is what I want to see. Kevka and Lucas now taking some more offensive positions. When Outlaws went for the full A execute, and they had a guy in CT and a guy in jungle, the wall of smokes went perfectly, and they got the bomb down with 5 terrorists alive. And after times are very hard to play. We see the Outlaws know exactly what they're doing. So now we can see that Kevka and Lucas, they've been able to take down and shut down the A take that Outlaws were going for once again. And here we go, Seria in that 1v3. But it is still Seria, so nothing is impossible. He's found 1 so far. Has to find 2 more. Brilliant. And Tashin suffering utility. Tashin's actually going to go for the peak suck. Seria, I mean, goes for a really, really hard shot there and misses, but he's still on 91 HP. He now knows the position of both of the CTs. He's waiting for Tassin. He's actually looking for the fight. Tassin's going to peek at Potter's shoulder. No. Now he's going to hunt for him. Oh, and misses the quick scope. Tassin's now going. And yeah, that whiffed quickscope will be enough for Tassin to end his life.
Well, that was such an intense situation right there. There was a huge chance for actually Zeria to pick him off. Many times did he have the opportunity to go for that no-scope, quickscope, whatever, as you said. And the most important thing is that the other guy didn't take part in that situation at all. So Legends, that could have been a double or triple even 1v1 situation for Zeria. They should not give Zeria that comfort. Legends have to be really careful not to let that happen. But as I said, Outlaws still with the tens of thousands of dollars on their account. So these guys will easily rebuy, and the dark times not really gone for Legends just yet.
No. Outlaws failing the smoking connector could possibly give Mao. Yes, here we go. Mao with this failed smoke gets an easy entry, gets refragged eventually, but still very good. Tassin picks up one as well. So here we go. Spellin and Rocking. Spellin on low HP still picks up one. Rocking with one as well. So not impossible, but Rocking the only guy with a lot of utility, the only guy with full HP on his team, will have to do a lot of the work on his own. And he's currently doing it. He's cleared the entire side, heading down towards CT. Now we're just waiting for the bomb to get planted.
Oh, that's going to be a good kill for Legends. A kill that they needed so much in that intense situation where nothing's been happening for 15, 20 seconds already. You can sometimes get the stress straight into your head. Kafka with yet another one. And, well, he's proved how well he can perform this far. And it's very important that he was the one that had to go up against the challenge. Like Tazin, you could see him against Zarya. He was pretty shaky in that situation in the previous round. Brilliant. He was down to 20 HP, so he could have just easily gone down. And actually, Zarya now being the hot player of the game with 15 kills. He's not getting a lot of headshots. I mean, he's a sniper. Why should he? And once again, that AWP is going to be on his back as we get into the last round of the first half. This one is just so important. We already know that it's going to be the closest of the possible scorelines. It's 8-7. It just goes down to whom.
So Sarah's going to start off with a great entry now. It's only up to Lucas. He's playing the position where he has played several times, but they actually line up, which allows him to get two. The bomb is now dropped, and the CTs are rotating, trying to help him. He gets help. Lucas picks up a third as well, and Mao comes in to help him, which leaves Spellin left against 4 players. That lineup was so unfortunate. They knew exactly where Lucas were. He should have been an easy kill.
With that kind of a shot to open up the round from Zarya, things like that happening are the most heartbreaking to Outlaws and all the fans that might be watching this game. But for Legends, it's so revitalizing, actually. We'll be walking into the second half with the 1 round advantage for them, but most importantly with that safety. With that kind of a feeling that under such huge pressure from Outlaws, they don't bend, they don't break.
No.
Hasn't. Yeah, he's already kind of spotted out Spellin right there, but he doesn't manage to win the fight at the end of the day, though. It's not really like it's going to change anything.
No.
Mao to get that kill. Very oftentimes Mao would be sitting in that connector once again in a very standard position. As you mentioned, Lucas also in that standard position.
Were they running on top of each other?
Yeah. I don't know why that happened. Probably one of them wanted to like went onto the bricks and then jumped on top of the head of one of his teammates. But that's miscommunication. That should not be happening at all. So it's a huge mistake on their side.
Yes, it was a little playful. And that was definitely not the round for playing around.
Yeah, surely, and that shot, that opening shot from Zarya, most importantly, to waste something like that. Not only, as I mentioned, it's got to be so completely motivating for Legends, but for Zarya, it's got to be so disappointing. I mean, you hit your shot like that, you hit Kafka, who's been so important on many rounds, on many occasions to Legends, and then your team does that.
It's not very fun. It's never fun. I mean, but Zarya is sort of used to it. He's usually performing very, very well. And even on the games they lose. But, I mean, life of a carry, I suppose.
And now he's got a little bit of a problem as Tazin was coming out of the underpass. But that happened a lot earlier than I expected. Good grenade from Spellin though. And with the damage that Zarya has been able to deliver a little bit earlier, it gets them a kill. So back to the 3-on-3. But nice catch up from Brilliant. But actually one of the CDs was already getting under the fuse. So yeah, there was a chance for Outlaws to get that through. Though that didn't happen. And with Brilliant's headshots, it's a triple kill for him. The bomb was planted by Legends. A very dynamic bomb site A entry. And they get the round in no time. They're not playing around at all compared to, as you said, possibly Outlaws in the last round of the first half.
Yeah, now they lost pistol round as well. Outlaws, they will really, it would be really heartbreaking for them to see how Legends just pick up more and more rounds. But they still have a chance in this round. They, of course, will try to shut them down with these pistols and Kevlars, but it's going to be tough. We see Legends, they are taking this very seriously, investing in 3 AKs, a Galil for Mao, and yeah, they are very, very equipped. And
Yeah, that could be also a little bit of a problem. If they lose these rifles, it could easily turn against them. And here we go. Mao is going to be surprised a little bit, but brilliant with a great hideout position. He was just waiting for this kind of person to peek in. He was waiting to surprise, but, well, unluckily enough for him and his team, he didn't manage to save Mao, and that's always something. There's always that Galil lying on the ground. It's a chance. That's a window of opening for Outlaws. Maybe they'll use it.
Yeah, Tassi now getting very tight and winning, but it doesn't matter. His teammates are heading in from A, and now it's pretty much all up to AZL. He gets smoked off, though. Like I said, they don't want to take any risks, so... Ooh, Spellen gets one frag. Still makes a deal. Tassin is low on HP, we have to note.
Yeah, and also him getting a kill from the jungle takes off a little bit of attention from the palace, which opens up a little bit an opportunity for ACL. Just take a look at that. He manages to get out of there.
But made the noise. Lucas can hear him. That's exactly where he doesn't. He doesn't really matter.
Another AK.
Taps him in the head. Two AKs now approaching side, both accompanied with Kevlar, and Kevka now has to take down both these full HP CTs. Bomb is down, but Speller knows exactly where he is with no kit. He has to be fast. And there is no time. He realizes there's a falls back.
They pick off a guy. They had ACL in the palace. They kill the guy on the ramp, so that also rules out the Tetris and the sandwich. They kill the guy in connector. They kind of had a little bit of a look at the jungle. That was the only most obvious position for Kefka to be in. So that defuse, while being exposed to the CT spawn, was a little bit of a mistake. In my eyes, he could have defused it a little bit differently, but still it doesn't change the fact that he didn't have a defuse kit. Still it doesn't change the fact that the guy just could have run him down with that UMP-45 and it still probably would have had the same outcome, but could have made it look a little bit better.
This one opportunity for them. Spellen is the only guy with a rifle, and as these guys line up, he's spraying down three people. Nearly finds until he runs out of bullets, so they'll eventually find the refire. But 3 frags is huge, and this makes the retake possible, even though Outlaws are only on pistols.
Yeah, that's a huge chance for the CDs now, and that's definitely going to amend for what's happened in the previous one. Down to 2 HP. Here's Tahsin, but Mao also finds a kill, and now he's back to 2-1-2. Just so close. Mao, though, he's going to be quite healthy, and even if Tahsin goes down, but he's just getting such a good angle. Now he's spotted up by Serious, though, still misses. Mao with a quad kill this round, and he completely overshadows Spellen's triple, but as you said, just a chance of a lifetime. You have one single rifle, you have one guy on bomb site B, and all of the enemies walk straight into his crosshair through a smoke. How often does that happen?
Now, when Legends going for that call when they knew that the enemies were probably on a low buy, and usually go for mid control, just play it out smooth with a lot of patience, but going for a full B rush there. Yeah, questionable call, and they nearly suffered from it.
Another missed grenade in the middle in the sniper's nest, actually, the smoke. Now you can see it, it's right in the middle. And Rocking's gonna get a shot, a free shot on towards Mao, just thanks to that. Good opening from Kefka, once again a very similar thing to what Terry has done in the last round of the first half right there with that peek from Rams. Kefka completely outplayed Seria. That's the bomb on the AWP on the ground, excuse me. That's picked up by Rocking. Missed smoke. They have to focus themselves on that sniper's nest while Rocking just rotates over to the CT, manages to bring down Mao. Great. Once again, an opportunity for Outlaws. There is Spellen, with Patotis also finding the kills. Lucas cannot really focus too much as he's got to look all the other sides of the world, and that's going to be just Kefka remaining. 1v3.
Lucas not even peeking there is dangerous. Spellen will eventually go down, and Kevka, the guy who has been performing great. Ooh, what a peek by Rocking. Rips his head off. That is brutal, and a very, very important round for Outlaws. With their economy, they couldn't really afford Legends getting up on 12, possibly even 13 rounds. So they want, and they need this to be their ticket back into the game.
Yeah, and 2 very important kills from Rocking this round. He's right at the bottom of the standings, but you could just see him perform in this round number 19, so maybe he should just get the chance to play with the AWP a little bit more often as we see that.
Yeah. Double up on Mirage is nothing unusual, and trying it out, Surya and Rocking playing up could definitely work out, but so far we haven't seen a lot of double up combos. Rocking now on a rifle on the side instead of an all, trying to make it work. Not that good with 1 kill. ACL Seria comes from CT, picks up 2 over towards ramp, and Rocking gets the last one. Never mind, he tries to get the last one, but Seria steals the kill. So that's a 3k for him, and there we see why he's having the AWP. But of course, he doesn't say that Rocking can't have one as well.
And if we're talking about the lineup of Legends, looking at their kills, it's kind of more balanced. They're in the lead, and they're all close to each other, and well, there's no one man completely outperforming them like it would be brilliant in the past days, like you would probably expect Ducky to be maybe in the regular lineup without that stand-in. Seria and Pertotis are finding kills, even though Pertotis was actually completely confused as the enemy was running him down. He still managed to pick up that M4 again and get 2 kills out of this situation. Finally got killed, but he was the only casualty, if I'm not mistaken, on that round for his team. So the 10th round goes the way of Outlaws. So just continuing. Tazin stepping in. If not Ducky, then Tazin steps in for the team. He's also an amazing player, so we would expect him to like completely shine. That's not happening. No. They're still pretty close in kills. Maybe Kefka's just standing out a little bit more. But on Outlaws, they're on the losing side. And you've got Seria with these amazing shots. He was the hot player of the game we last time looked at it. Now it's Spellen with more than 22 kills. This is also looking really good. And once again, I'll repeat that they're on the losing side.
Yeah. I mean, Seria, or rather Spellen, is performing so good now that they leave the B side all to him, so they can actually focus on having 3 guys towards A and 1 in mid. But is playing short sometimes in mid. But Spellen has done a brilliant job so far, and he has really marked his presence. And I think Legends, they are now scared of heading over towards B.
Well, there's Seria with another good shot with the AWP, and he knows that if Tazin showed up right here, somebody had to be boosting him, so he's looking for that guy too. Very smart play from him. Rocking gets the kill on Lucas. That's the bomb drop. That's very important, even if it's just for a couple of seconds. Gives the time for Outlaws to adjust to that situation, and already Seria is looking in from the jungle. The kill from Kefka, very important, but even with that one-man lead, doesn't have to mean anything when both the remaining players on Outlaws are the guys that are shining so brightly, although Spellen was playing this round with UMP and also had to go through a smoke. Seria also got smoked off, so he switches out the AWP for an AK and tries to approach from connector. Kefka now's got such a good position.
Yeah, the bomb is planted for pretty much any of the terrorists, and there's really not much Seria can do, especially without any utility. So he went down. Here we go, the player highlight again. Spellen this time has taken the top spot for his team, even though Seria still is playing incredibly good. 23 kills.
Yeah, and 13 headshots. We see a lot more hitches right here from Spellen rather than from Seria. He's a rifler for sure, but that also makes me question their choice in the previous round. Why was he the only one playing with a UMP-45 when all the rest of the team had these rifles? Maybe that was a little bit of a problem, but still we could see the cause of his death was him trying to go through the smoke, so his weapon did not really make a difference in that situation.
That's true. Outlaws they're on a full buy here. Like just going for something really quick, trying to surprise them, but so far they have lost all their trades, failing to smoke off CT. Why are the smoke not coming in? Seria is able to find 2 before it goes down, which is huge. Tazin, lucky position there. Rocking wasn't expecting that, so this still makes it a 2v2. Both of the remaining CTs approaching from CT. They actually have a lot of utility to work with here, which is good. The Molotov's coming in, forcing out Brilliant, which makes him an easy kill. Tazin now with the bomb plant they are looking for now. They have the information as well. But Spellen getting so heavily tagged, gonna throw a flashbang, not affecting Tazin the slightest. He's just waiting for him to run to the bomb. There we go. Tazin takes down low HP Spellen, and that's a great round by Legends.
Yeah, an interesting of a round definitely too. The guy that planted the bomb, the other one that was available alongside with Tazin was actually looking at the stairs. Tazin was sitting in the connector, he just killed the guy right there. So why were they both covering kind of the same angle? Maybe also a little bit of a miscommunication from Legends, but even though Brilliant was making a mistake right there, Tazin didn't. Tazin just perfectly played it out, and that's what they need now. 13-10, we're getting really close to the ending of this matchup. This is getting really serious right now. And Legends are still in the lead with now only pistols on the hands of Outlaws. We could be seeing some match points real soon.
The CT is investing in 5 HE nades only. Stacked up towards A, but well, as long as Legends don't stack up, the nade should not be a problem. So noise being made in connector so far, none of the nades has been used. I mean, I love grenade kills. I'd really like them to stack up somewhere and see Outlaws tossing the nades down the connector area. It would have been great, but so far, as it seems, the bomb is heading towards B. So are the rest of the towers as well, and yeah, unlucky.
Outlaws were very rarely making a different decision than to go for bomb site A when they were on the T side. Now Legends are varying it up a little bit. Once it's not paid out at all, because it was where Spellens got that triple kill, but then they still managed to win the round somehow. Now, once again, they're going for that bomb site B, and yeah, Outlaws, just like they did on T side, they also stack up that bomb site A on the CT. It's problematic, very problematic. 3 of them start to walk out of that bomb site, but 2 others just stay put. One of them pushing through the palace, but it's way too late to come to realization that it's not on A. They're not going to retake it. These HEs that they're using up right now are not hitting at all. They're walking into the crosshairs of Legends, and it's just a slaughter. This round's really sad to look at for Outlaws, definitely. At least 1 kill is found by them, but what will they do? It's a Mac 10. They don't need that so much.
Throw it away anyway. That's pretty fortunate. Seems like they are heading into Palace there. Still looking for extra frags, of course, but Mal and Brilliant, they're not heading any further. They're just waiting for Outlaws to come closer, which they are, but it doesn't result in any kills. It just results in Legends getting some extra pocket money in the end of the round, which is always nice. So we see Rocking with the Mac 10 he picks up. I mean, he doesn't have all that much money, but probably going to... Is he not throwing it away?
Actually, yeah, he's staying with it, and that might once again be the thing. Like I said, Spellen last time playing with a UMP45, I would much rather watch him play with a rifle back there. Now we're saying about how Rocking could be a little bit better with the AWP. Well, he wouldn't get that off this time instead of the Mac 10, but he's staying with it. That's a little bit of a risk. That's always a risk playing with a SMG. And let's see if it works out for him. Well, it won't. And yeah, that Mac 10 saved up in the previous round, forced him to play with it in this one, forced him to play a little bit aggressively, forced him to die. Well, that's the cause. Now, Spellen is going to be the last man standing. Some great headshots here and there from Legends, but these kills are still scattered. Outlaws do not have control over what is happening at all. That's Hazard and Brilliant. They get the bomb planted, the HE. There was a little bit of a chance to pick Tazin off with it. Then it would have left Spellen in a 1v1, but as he doesn't know where Brilliant is, as Brilliant hears what's happening around, this should still be a decided kind of fate of this round already. And indeed, Brilliant does not whiff at all when Spellen comes right at him. 15-10. I was talking about the match points that might be coming shortly. Here we are.
Here we are, Legends. Looked like Outlaws were getting closer and closer, but Legends now, in the past couple of rounds, they've really showed some great... I mean, this is the opposite to Park style matchmaking. They're really making their plays varied, and I really enjoy watching these guys playing CS. Outlaws now, of course, we talked about this is one of the most important matches. One of these guys will have to challenge Tricked, and it's not going to be the team that gets defeated. So Outlaws, they're pretty much playing for their survival. This is their only chance of heading to the finals in Hamburg in just a week. And with the 4 UMPs, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, definitely not going to be easy. When that 1 kill they got this for at least gives them so hope. If Outlaws actually break through in this round, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the overtime, but this is all where it starts right here. Small steps at a time. Still the incendiaries available for ACL. Some 2 more flashbangs combined, but it's not a lot when these smokes go down. That's the moment when Legends will probably shine, but really somewhere deep down I hope that Outlaws will be able to surprise a little bit. And there's Mao going down to 20 HP, so not such a safe kill he's got right there, but he got it after all. Patotis gets the headshots on Lucas. He will not be able to finish off. Actually, Rocking will be able to finish off Mao. There's Patotis with another one, and Kipka now should be in completely a shocked state as he's left all alone. All of a sudden, the Tech 9's picked up. Patotis, he's got 71 HP and an AK. But Kefka sees him, and Patotis does not pay attention to it at all. The bomb's not yet planted. With 10 seconds remaining, Kefka should have gone for it because now the molly is going to not allow him to get anything done right there. An ACL at the end of it gets the hit shot on Kefka. Well, in such a situation, it's just such a cliche moment. I was just waiting for that no-scope to happen, for Legends to close out the map. And no, it's not over yet.
No, oh my god, Kefka, so close, so many great plays. But the no-scope, unfortunately, it was not happening. So now, Outlaws having a little bit better buy. Seria is on an AWP, which is preferable. Rocking on the Mars. With that first shot would have been really advantageous to get that entry as it usually gets. But now, no. Legends are now slowly claiming control of the mid area. So Seria got smoked out, and let's see. Legend still has a ton of time left. So what are these guys looking to do? It's going to be a classical A split that we've seen so many times before. While they're looking to do something extraordinary. I mean, they are up on 15 rounds. They just need to ground out one more. So some crazy plays, some fun tactics would have been great to see.
And if indeed it is an A push that's about to come from them. And then once again, I'm really disappointed that Spellin will be playing with a UMP45. If it comes to a retake, will be pretty hard to get something done with that SMG. But as he's sitting in the window on B apartments now, he could still do a lot with that UMP. And after all, they're going B. There's a chance for Patotis also to wreak some havoc, but he only delivers a little bit of damage to Townsend and Brilliant and gets a single kill, which is not enough in that situation. Seria, though, finally hits the shot. He didn't make it at first in the very beginning of the round, but now he did not make a mistake with the flashbang blinding him. Kefka manages to deliver the damage, but doesn't manage to get the kill. That's a big thing for the CT. Rocking jumps in, knows roughly where Mao is, and Mao is going to get finished off by ACL, and ACL once again getting the last kill of the round, just like last time. Legends, though, planting the bomb. I think they'll still have a little bit of money to play with right here. They still have a little bit of space to work with, but Outlaws are making that dream real. No, actually, Kefka 2,700. Lucas also. It's not enough for a full buy. They will have to stop for a moment here, and Outlaws are catching up.
They are indeed up on 12 rounds now, and soon those 12 are about to become 13, because Legends are not having the best buy of the century. Only 4 Kevlars, a couple of pistols, and even if Lucas had a Kevlar for the P50, it wouldn't have give them too many. It wouldn't have increased their chance of winning. Let's just say that. They are going to go for something less ordinary. They're actually rushing in here with Technize. The pistols are working out good for a start, but rocking as he sprays 3 people down. It's just not as fun anymore.
Yep. He spoils all the fun for Legends, definitely. These pistols, they can work out just like that. And there's been so many occasions already where these smokes were able to win the rounds or lose them in case of Outlaws, if we still remember that pistol round, that unlucky situation from them. And what Legends are the ones who fall in the round number 28. We're getting to another full buy of theirs, but leaves them on such low economy that the last round, if they lose this one, there's going to be just some SMGs probably for them, or Galils, or maybe even pistols. So Legends, they really have to focus now. They have to do everything as best as they can. They think about taking this map home. Otherwise, there's a huge possibility of the overtime.
Yes, and the overtime is of course nothing that they want. They have now several match points in a row, and they should be able to grind out one at least. That's what they're looking to do, but wasting a lot of utility of the double Molotov connector. Okay, they're taking... I mean, they're not even taking mid because they put one guy there, wasting 3 Molotovs and at least 2 smokes, of what I've been counting to.
Ooh, the smoke just started to disappear. That was a very good possibility for Seria, but if not him, then Patotis will get something done. And Incendiary tossed in by Spellin, and Spellin is just, he's proved so many times that he's so good when the enemies come rushing, but pulls out the grenade at the worst possible moment. Brilliant with an easy kill. Replies on Patotis too, but Seria gets active, and that AWP could be so vital to the outcome of the round.
Here we go, Rocking is in a really good position. Does he expect Mao to be the no? Mao, he's hiding in the smoke, finds the frag, and now ACL has to retake this all by himself. Mao on 17 HP, brilliant on 3. He can still do this because Lucas knows exactly where he is, just waiting for him to peek out. Here we go, so he's going to peek out, gets taken down by Lucas.
And now as Lucas also gets taken down, just look at the HPs. 3, 12, and 17. That's what was left for Legends. Unbelievable. We could have gotten so close to that overtime. It could have definitely been an overtime for Outlaws, but instead they lose this game. And Legends are becoming legends of this tournament, definitely. Even if they don't go to Hamburg for the grand finals, they've already done so many upsets that they're going to stay in our memories.
Legends coming as a team, coming in through the qualifier, already beating most of the invited teams, and now they will be the team to challenge Tricked for the final. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, it is still up to Tricked. They have won every match that they have played, and with the 3 games that are coming up, it's up to them. We know that they're capable of winning all, but they really have to stay focused, win all these 3 matches, and then the spot is theirs.
Yeah, Tricked will be playing next up. Let's take a look at the replays from this matchup. Still, we had a lot of very interesting moments, definitely, so this should be pretty interesting to once again take a look at it. Pistol round was also a vital moment, definitely, but there was no one pinpointed kind of replay moment that we could show right here. But there's Lucas clutching a very important round where he was left in a 1v2 situation, defusing that bomb. A huge mistake from Outlaws. Mao with his good AWPing, but as I said, Legends were very balanced in this map. All of them were performing pretty well, while Outlaws only had these spikes, and that probably was the problem. Made them lose.
We had Spellon in the early stages of the second half. Spellon was doing a great job, but then he suddenly just stopped. And Seria, he just couldn't do this all by himself. Legends were way too consistent. More a team effort win.
Yeah, and that last replay that we saw, Lucas getting a double kill right there. In the end of the day, I think it was a triple even. That's what's broken the mindset of Outlaws. That was the very important round where Legends actually knew 100%. They believed that they could win this map. And well, that's how this first match of the day ends. A very important match to the group. And I think that somewhere deep down, I'm a little bit happy the Legends actually won. They're up there with 12 points, if I'm not mistaken. And they will be a little bit of a competition to Tricked. So now Tricked definitely feel the pressure.
Yes.
And, well, they won 16-0 against Outlaws, so there would be no pressure at all for them. But now we're going to head into a break before seeing a match of Tricked themselves, actually.